I'm going to be manually holding it the entire time, but it's because I wasn't smart to bring a tripod. Anyways, it's Trans Visibility Day, and we got some roller derby happening down here in Salem, Oregon. Got multiple SSRD people skating today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a good time here. Sorry if there are any stability issues. Anyways, 10 minutes to Derby, 7 minutes to Derby. We got, let's see, who all is going to be out here? We've got Beans skating on the black team. Well, who all do I know? Neurosis is from Jet, I believe, and is out here. And I saw Mouse earlier. I'm not sure if she's in this bout or a later one. But yeah, looking forward to it. I was told they've got a full crew, so I'm not going to worry about volunteering. I asked multiple times if anyone needed anything. And I was told, nope, you get to watch. Okay, so I'm going to watch. I wonder. Ha! Book to the rescue. Ha ha ha! I made it work. full stand, so this is me being creative to get it standing up.
My dad's just sitting through.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So are you familiar with the basic rules or setup of roller derby?
You go around in a circle and you run into each other a lot. Is my understanding? Okay, so no, go ahead.
You do go around in a circle. It is skate fast, turn left, for sure. There's a couple of different rules on the track. Two main ones. You've got blockers, self-explanatory, you're blocking, and your jammers. Jammers will have a star on their helmet. They are the one who is able to score points. They will score points for each opposing blocker they pass after they pass everyone once. So they've got their initial pass, which is where they get out in front of everyone, and okay, once they've completed that, now they can start scoring points.
Okay.
That's the main thing. All of the blockers, there are rules that like make sure the blockers stay together in a pack is what it's called. So you can't like skate all the way out there and whatnot. All blockers have to stay in a cluster. Yeah, all blockers have to stay in a cluster. But for the most part, that's the general gist of how you score points, at least. Then yes, there will be hits and everything.
Ryan!
Look in the wrong direction. But yeah, that's the general concept. As it starts to go on, if you've got any questions, comments, whatever, like what the heck happened, if someone gets hit out, they need to come in behind. The easy way to remember, the easy way to explain it is coming behind who hit you out. The more technical way is you are not allowed to gain position, which is to say that everyone who was in front of you when you went out of bounds must also be in front of you when you come back inbounds. For the most part, that means come in and behind whoever.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And is Beans a blocker?
Beans is a blocker, yes.
That makes sense. So we did similar, whatever position it's called when they were doing water polo in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one other position, the pivot. They'll have a stripe on their helmet. They are a blocker until they're not. If the jammer, the one with the star, is like, fuck this, I can't do it, they can take off the star and hand it to the pivot. The pivot is the only one who can take that. So they're able to switch.
Oh, cool.
But until that happens, they're just a regular block. And then once they become the jammer, they're just a regular jammer. A jam will be either 2 minutes long or until the lead jammer calls it off. Lead jammers, the first one to get out in front of everyone. And then you'll see one of these big, nice, stripy people point to them like this. This says their lead jammer. So they can call it off whenever they want, or it'll go a full 2 minutes. General strategy is, if you're a lead jammer, call it off before the other team gets any points.
And they have to stay in the bed?
Yep. If they get knocked out, then again they come in. It's not a penalty to get knocked out or knock anyone out. It's a penalty to gain position while out of bounds. There are illegal ways to hit. There are illegal ways to hit people. But yeah. So now you know 80% of Derby.
All right. Cool. The other it's the 20% that is hard.
Yeah, and that's gonna be like as situations come up.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun to watch. Even if I don't know what's going on. But that's the general feeling about sports.
Well, that's why you like if you've never watched it before, how the heck are you supposed to know what's going on?
And we're going to go ahead and get started in a couple of minutes. First, we'll be watching Tranquil tonight, Black versus White. And we'll go over rosters.
Okay. Once they get on the track, you're not going to be able to walk through it when the game's going on. This is the rep lane and it's locked down. So until the bout starts, you're good. But once it does, yeah, I think you've got time to go if you don't.
422 NBP 47BP 5107 and 585.
And for the white team, we've got number 05, Jackie Daytona, number 094, Violet Nightmare, number 1802, Barbell, number 2, Crusher, number 209, Benito Bandera, number 210, Otter Chaos, number 222, Electric Mayhem, number 204, Icehole has some fans, number 205, Commanders Bananas, number 33, Chi-Chi, number 4, Slave Station, number 47, Lapis Azuli, number 50, Tickled is Pickles, and number 501, Bratmobile.
I don't think I put later. I'm still waiting on you.
Yep. And now as people take the track.
So to start off, we are gathered here on the land of the Calapooya, who are represented today by the Confederate tribes of the Confederate.
Yes. 473 is their number.
The Silent
That's what I thought.
Indians,
I was like, I saw the
who
police die.
this land continues to this day. We offer gratitude to the land itself, for those who have stewarded it for generations, and for the opportunity to practice.
All right, so what you see here, the two behind the line, that blue line, those are our jammers. All of the blockers need to be between the two blue lines. The back one's called the jammer line, the front one's called the pivot line. So black is lead jammer, so they can call it off whenever they want. Ooh! Back block, power jam. Power jam is when there's only one jammer on the track.
Power jam!
That's right, Violet Nightmare, since he's heavily boxed.
And if you're curious about reps, there's a rep for each jammer, and that's the one who's going around, and the white jammer rep is like standing there watching them for the duration.
Yeah, I can see why you need a lot of reps.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have as many as 7 reps on the track, and it looks like that's what we've got right now.
Jason Hughes finds that outside rim, picking up 1 more points.
Back on the track.
Yep, there's 3 outside reps and 4 inside reps this battle. You can skate with as few as 3.
Jam is still going.
Penalty box. People who do a bad thing get sent to the penalty box they get to wait for 30 seconds and then re-enter.
20 points total for Team Black, excuse me.
Here he
Team
comes.
Black making a statement here in the first jam.
So we've got Nano and Peters for Manners.
Yeah, and the nice thing about sitting in back here is you can kind of have a back to the...
Yeah, it's good.
Jam number 2 underrated against Nano. And it's Nano.
So Beans is out there right now. They're near the front of the pack.
They come up even further.
It's dangerous to cross all of that track.
Nano will get the start dash.
My dad, Ryan.
Right. In black.
White picks up 4 on that jam. Black scoreless. Scores up to 20-4 in favor of Black Taters right now. I want to remind you for our guests 21 and older, check out our beer table in the back of the madhouse. Beer and cider made right here in Oregon.
There's the jammers and the blockers. So those two are the jammers. They're going to be around the track. The blockers are coming to the right. Is the blocker. And they're number 7 or 417.
Pack's holding tight, making things rough for these jammers. As the pack rounds
Skate fast, turn left.
to turn number 1, heading into turn number 2.
So the blockers are playing both defense and offense. They want to play defense against the opposing jammer and offense for their jammer. So the blockers are constantly having to switch between the two modes of am I defense, am I offense at this time. So right now, all of the white team is defense, blocking the black jammer from getting jammer. Usually it's a star, but right now they've got a trans symbol on the helmet cover. So, yeah. Yep.
They have got 4 points on that versus the back.
And Electric Megan is moving with 4-1. Cheeky looks right on that inside lane.
So what are the fouls? What are you not allowed to do? It seems like they're pretty well allowed. Like they definitely let the back is over.
Yes. So there are legal areas that you can use to initiate contact and legal areas that you can initiate contact into. I can initiate contact with like all of this of my body and my back and butt. The upper legs. I cannot initiate downward. I cannot initiate with the forearms. I cannot initiate with my head. And then where can I hit someone? All of the front is acceptable. The back, if you hit in the back, which includes the butt, that's a back block. If you engage down below the knee, that's a low block. So yeah, just the various parts. All hits have to happen in derby direction, so you need to be skating this way. If you come this way, that's a directional block, which will send you to the box.
We used to call that eating the baby. I don't think we call it that anymore.
So the jammer has the ability to take off their cover, and they can either put it back on, or they can hand it to the pivot, the one with the stripe. And if they do that, then the pivot is they switch roles from a blocker to the jam. That's the only one who can tip.
For all 3 games.
Yeah. That's the base
And we have
the basics are the jammers are racing around the track to pass the skaters and the other
are
side.
real and trans people belong in sports. Nano on the line against Anna's Bananas. Jam number 5, and it's Nano through lead jammer, Team Black. As we see a
Directional. So they get a point for each opposing blocker that they pass. While upright and bounce, blah blah blah, whatever.
immediately calling off that jam. 8 points for Team Black. Scores 6
A very common strategy is if you have the first jammer who passes all of the other blocks, who passes all of the skaters, has the ability to end the jam, the point scoring time, whenever they want. So oftentimes what you'll see is they will call off the jam in the jam before the other teams can score any jam.
Team Black, Ice Hole also out on
Halftime. Part of the halftime show.
David uses to pick up those points and pull it up before Team Black can re-engage for points. Team Black picks up 3 on that
I've never actually watched. They remade rollerball in the 2000s or something, yeah.
Shout out to all the officials skating We'll name them in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, this battle of no regard up against Megan. Third jam number 7. And Megan goes inside, gets lead jammer, Team White. Re-engaging attack is by no regard plays. Also out on initial.
Beams went down. Nice. But yeah, it goes for either 2 minutes or when the lead jammer says, I'm done.
The jammer must get exhausted pretty fast.
It can be very tiring, yes. Jamming it takes a lot of energy.
There's that Nano. See more of both of those skaters throughout the day.
That's not a stop block. Nice screen.
Quick work to get around that track.
And his man is also out on initial.
That was a good play on it.
He might be an excellent call on Henry's Bananas, but it's Henry's Bananas. And that one's called off. Black picks up the pair on the jam, 43 to 16. 19-20 left in the first period. Black with the lead. As we head into jam number 9 here.
I have only ever known rollers the only derby players I know are women on nylon. Is there a men's version of this game?
Yes, and it plays the same. They play under the same rules.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's 2 organizations: the WFTBA Women's Flat Track Derby Association, and the MRDA, the Men's Roller Derby Association. The main differences are the to skate on a WFTDA team, you have to not identify as male. That's pretty much the one requirement. To skate on the MRDA, they don't care. If you want to skate, we don't care.
Safe skating with men, go for it.
If you feel safe skating with us, come skate with us.
I like that. That makes sense to me.
So yeah, that's. But as far as MRDA teams go, like the nearest one is up in Seattle. Well, okay, see, I'm in Olympia, Washington, though, so it's a little bit close. The closest one I could skate with. If I was down a little bit further, I might consider coming down and I skated derby for like 8 years for a couple of different teams. So. Well, see, I didn't see Lane County. Did they? I wasn't sure if they reformed. Okay. When did they actually come back? Because.
So it shows we've got the biggest labor. Fruit bag, head
I don't think they ever really died.
Really? Okay.
I just didn't think they could stick around for a while, but they come back, they have 2 teams now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I had a team a little bit closer to me to skate with, but what? I mean, I was just talking about that a little. So the local league that we've got is a rec league, and I'm like, we all skate under WFTDA. Okay, fine, I'll come ref for you, whatnot. But I was thinking maybe I'll do a pickup base type league where it's like, hey, I'll help organize a couple of bouts. Anyone who wants to come skate with me from the local league, you can. I'm not looking to replace or anything. I just want something I can skate in occasionally.
Fair enough.
That one it's time to get back to the derby.
Because shame on me for identifying as male.
Up at the front of the pack, two trying to find that inside lane, and it's Nano lead jammer Team Black.
Oh, nice hit. Oh!
Got a couple of balls, I think he's jamming his back. And Nano is through with 4, Team Black.
The black team, they are leading. It's very difficult for gamers to get through that path.
Yeah, and you'll be able to, you can see how many points they got because the ref will hold up on a hand the number of points. Usually on a pass it's 4 points, but there are certain scenarios where they might not get all 4. Getting close to a forearm there, Ice.
If there's 3 blockers I don't want to face personally on the track at one time, it's both a Link and Hero.
Ooh. You can use this part of your arm to take stuff from the elbow on. No. Elbow on is a forearm.
Is that one more points? No punching my kicking.
Yeah. What's up? So,
And
I'm gonna
Jam is called off. Black
That
is
is
16
defined
on that one.
as the largest group of blockers containing blockers from both teams, all of whom are within 10 feet of another blocker in the pack. Okay, essentially, they all have to be within 10 feet of each other. Yes. There's a second thing called the engagement zone, which extends 20 feet in front of the pack. So you can go out to what?
They can do just find that
Yeah.
inside lane of Team Black.
Yeah, there's a certain range that you can block it. Otherwise, yeah, you're out of that area and you've got to let them go. Oh no, Beans did a penalty. Go to the box of shame.
And that's a 5-point jam for Team Black.
And we just want to mention, you can help personally by giving the girls a reward list. Visit FredMeyer.com, log into the Fred Meyer Rewards account, click on Community Rewards, search for Pro City Derby, or our nonprofit code YL205.
We're only this 5 minutes in here. I like I'd be like turned up Madison. I was like, I did not know this whole area. I kept finding these little places in Salem. Pockets of commercial activity.
Yeah, this is there's a lot of good derby that happens here. The Rose City is a very high ranked team.
Huh? You know what I didn't do? Fortunately, we didn't think it.
Unless you're skating backwards, then you're turning right.
Yeah.
Alright, next whistle.
Always going in the counterclockwise direction.
So she only counts
No, that was holding up L for
Inside lane.
two. Okay.
You don't get any points on the first pass.
Gets the direction from the bench to call it. And
The important thing about lead is you have the ability, you have control of when the jam ends.
That makes sense. Like, if you got the 4 points, they'd be like, you pass go.
Yeah, and then you call off the jam before they score any. And now you're up 4 and they're up 0. And that's how you slowly build a lead. Or close a gap.
Knocked outside.
Either way. Ooh, nice hit.
Half rounds into turn number 1. And it's
Ice is hitting hard. Apparently they skate for, at least they've skated for Puget Sound roller the MRDA team, the men's team. That's what Venus was saying. I have not skated with them. I think they joined me after I called it.
When you scored a 65 Team Black.
Looks like we got 5 here and 5 8 online, and we have it with official timeout. Like I said, we're like official timeout.
Yeah, the inner and the outer.
Jump in the away, Pickle. Pickle is trying to get outside.
This is a great transfer.
Pickles still trying to do exponential as they produce about 20 points. Took those Pickles is through.
But if it doesn't make it down, it is called.
Trying to pick up points to
Out.
approach quickly. I can't see ball there. Hopefully.
A little bit of showmanship. Totally intentional.
For a nice 16 points. Nice. Minutes left in period number 1. Gem number 16 underway. Idle Chaos gets a cheeky bench. Idle Chaos takes a big hit outside.
There's 10 minutes, 45 seconds left in the period. 2 periods. 2 20-minute periods. 10-minute half-stop. Clock only stops in the case of timeouts. So football rules with time.
Yeah.
Turns number 1 and turn number 2.
I say that like that. I don't do.
Team Black. As we see rockers.
Nice stuff of some sort.
Oh, high block? High block? Maybe a high block? What is a high block called?
Team White. Now represented by Ice Hole. That one's going to get called off quickly though. As Black gets number 3 on the jam.
So the big conference is the Nano back out for Black and Ryla Nesner.
You've seen this one before. Second, third time. And the jam is underway. Nano up in front of the back with the lead. Carving out that middle lane, lead jammer Team Black.
Yeah, so one thing that you might see is a blocker will hit someone out, and then they'll run backwards a bit. That's so that the person they hit out has to go back further, since they have to come in behind that person.
They're not allowed to keep that backwards.
Well, the person that they hit out has to come in behind them, so you'll see it's okay for the skater to go this way as long as they don't initiate any contact. As long as they're not actively blocking someone. Blocker on jammer action! Yeah! Yeah, they can totally hit each other. Good lead! Good lead!
Looks like we got first up hammer out here.
Get up there, Beans! Ooh, nice catch! Nice catch! Okay. So, caught on a high block.
That means you got that.
So now their black team's taking up an offensive position since their jammer's the only one out there. They want to clear a path.
Spin around, 4 points for Ursa. Ursa's going to call that one off after picking up 12 for Team Black. It's going to be a power start in jam number 20 for Team Black.
And since the penalty was not over, their white team's jammer is starting in the penalty box. Is starting at the start of the jam will be in the penalty box. So black team has a few seconds where they can play pure offense before ice gets out and they've got to switch over to defense. So really, they should come in, do some hits. White jammer in, they're lined up for defense. Oh!
Ice roll back on the track. Nano is there too. But ice roll out in front. And Nano is going to come off before either team
Or the kind of going out of bounds.
It's so if there's space on the edges, ideally if a jammer can get through on the center, they want to, because if you go to the edges, you're opening yourself up to be knocked out of bounds and then run back further. So it's really just like there's no rule that says that's where they've got to hit. It's just strategically, I want to give myself as little possibility of being taken out as possible. Like that just happened, and now 00 is back there, and they've got to come in behind them. And now they've got to run through everyone again. Yeah.
We get around the formation.
So that's where, like, number 2 is trying to play some offense there, create a screen. Oh! All the way back.
And Daisy Duke's making quick work of the pack once more. Picking up 4. As Pat leads into the apex.
They are not happy. White Jammer is not happy with this. They're very frustrated. All right, cool. They're out. Now you're good.
Daisy Duke is going to see that and call it off. And now the 4 more for a 12-point championship.
Yeah, it can also be hard to know, like, which part is rules and which part is strategy.
Yeah, well,
Not just
Because
just 4 minutes.
strategy is informed by
Black
rules.
leads 96 to 21. Electric Mayhem and Bench on the line. Jam number 22. Bench.
Get up there, Beans. Oh, okay.
Lead jammer Team Black. Electric Mayhem.
Power jam. Full offense, Black. Full offense.
Power jam. Bench.
Be offensive.
Mayhem gets a track cut. Cheeky Bench picks up 4. Bring Team Black to the center mark.
Oh, geez.
Take a sip. Hydrated back straight. As Cheeky Bench through 4 more points. Pack holding tight at team number 2. Tripod at the front for Cheeky Bench to contend with. Cheeky Bench breaks through for 4 points. Electric Mayhem is out of the penalty box, back on the track, and is quickly
All right, stop the brakes, Rich. Nice, okay.
on initial. Cheeky Bench is the highest after picking up 13 points. That was a 1-point.
It's a pretty good jam.
yeah, they're
Yeah. Kind of a pass or two, so 4 4 or 8 points is usually what you get from a single jam. A really good jam is like 1 point. 5 passes.
We got this sold out as the Adam Splitter doing a great job as jam up there.
That looks clean to me, but I don't have that.
Stockton field for recycle.
Okay, no lead there.
Ice hole through for 4.
Place up. Ooh, nice. I like that.
Yep. So that's a.
So the jammer, the lead jammer will call off the jam by touching their heads. So as Ice was approaching the pack, they like held up their hands like this, like, "Hey, jam ref, watch me! I'm getting ready to call." So as soon as they got a point, they're like, "Okay, get out." That was a good outside play.
Violet Westbrook against Stacy Dukes, and Violet Westbrook is in jammer team right. Jump action.
Okay.
Unfortunately taking
Way to hold the inside line, Beans!
a start pass. Team Black's first start pass of the game to Kira Duncan, now the jammer of record. Kira Duncan.
Nice! That was great footwork right
Inside
there.
So it's a power jam from Kira.
This will go the full 2 minutes.
As a team turn number 3 into turn number 4.
Almost GG. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just the backward, like showing off a bit.
Violet Westbrook out of the penalty box. Kira Duncan.
Just so pretty. They're just having fun. They're having fun dancing. Yeah, they're just having fun dancing. That's beautiful. Can't goal. No lead.
Violet Westbrook for 4.
How long do I have? Another 30 seconds left. 30 seconds more. Nice apex jump. Oh, they were not confident in it. This jam right here is enough that they could, this jam could give them MVJ, most valuable jammer.
Time expires, and that's a 23 point jam for Team Black. That's the highest scoring jam.
They need to lead the ground while in bounds, and then enter when they leave the ground, they're in bounds. If they land in bounds, that's clean. So yeah, you can jump the apex if you're skilled enough. All right, so we got a 15-minute intermission. I lied, 15 minutes, not 10. I'm gonna see if I can get my water bottle filled.
Good idea.
Tickets? One per ticket. Are you doing a discount on bulk tickets at all?
We are not allowed to do that. State of Oregon.
Really?
I just learned that.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll take that.
10, also 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm just thinking that, like, at the Lifted Up Champs this past year, they were doing, like...
I know at Roasted you can do it by your height.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. So I wonder, like, what the difference in the law there is.
That is a good question. I don't know.
Simon calls out an 800.
I will look into that for next time I engage in gambling.
No, it's fine. I'm just curious. Huh, what?
Jump across the bounds. Theoretically,
You? Hi. I hear you have a raffle? Yes. Okay, so we've got 50-50, a raffle, and then also the verbal.
yeah, kind of around the yeah, like it's only for
That sounds awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I will train you. I find that I'm yeah.
yes, I mean, it doesn't work. I'll ask. You want to is in the next if not, I'll probably
You're right that I also saw at the back of a lot of community travel.
yeah.
I want to go back.
How are you? Good, how are you? Good. Oh no, you're good. I can take a hit. Yeah, kind of, sometimes. How's it going? Good. Yeah, that was very fun to watch. Good. Yeah. I'm glad. There's 2 more. Cool. Are you playing in the next one? No. I wish, but no. Yeah. I did my crap in and not enough water today, so my muscles are like already shot, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It is. Yep. It's the best watching Simon geek out. Yeah, he does like, yeah. This is his hyper-focus for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Is he calling penalties? He's like, that should have been a penalty. Yeah. That's what he does. Yeah. Okay, you know. I go there and things. You must have Aiden now. Yeah, they have Aiden now. Like 75% taking care of Aiden myself. 25% themselves. That's not bad. Doesn't work sports, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit like frustrating because they come over and they put Aiden down to bed most nights. And at the beginning they were like, 9:45 I gotta leave. If Aiden is still awake, I'm leaving. And I was like, yeah, that's not something. That's not how this works. No. Yeah. So we moved through that, and Aiden's bedtime is slowly getting earlier and earlier, which is better for everyone. Yeah. And Aiden's just sort of happy talking. So cute. Those pictures are sent, right? I'm like, they were a kid. Oh my god. Yep. Yeah. They are no longer a wee child. I mean, they are, but yeah. I'm just glad we're still napping. Take your time with my cold. Oh, how are you? Good. So the spring break is good. Is upcoming week or just ended? It's ending. Okay. writing papers.
Yep.
I'm trying to get my certificate. So, I like being a lawyer.
Good. Good.
I was afraid I wasn't going to. But
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually. But I finally have plans. So,
Oh, good.
yeah, I'm doing the clinic and I have certified hospital.
Nice. Good.
The first reading is the plastics. So, yeah. I don't know. I like the plastics today. So we maybe
Artemis in the blue, 105. Sign up over there, talking about. I am starting classes on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm doing psychology. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the plan is right now. I'm just taking an English 102 and a college 101 class. You can sort of like, Aiden's going to be in childcare. We finally figured out childcare. Yeah. I'm only working 15 hours a week right now, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Take
I
some
mean,
classes.
totally. And psychology is one of those, like,
Yeah, it can go anywhere.
like,
Yeah.
you're learning about people.
Yeah,
You do whatever
exactly.
you want with it.
Yeah.
Where are you working?
Parks Tacoma, so the Parks District, so the school district and the Parks District paired together because there were not enough. Hey,
Way to hold the inside line
yeah,
on
right,
that Apex
right.
jump.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, they landed it, but I was there. I was there.
Well, and then they were caught on a track cut, so they didn't land it.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah,
Good.
they were caught on a track
Good.
cut, so you actually got them
Fuck yeah.
with that hold.
Parks Tacoma is partnering with the school districts to give staff to the school district for after-school programs. Yeah, so I'm a city employee, which is incredible, and I am working in schools, and yeah,
That sounds perfect.
I started at the end of February, so about a month. Yeah, it's good. It's a little bit like, it's only 15 hours. It starts at 3 p.m. with a super weird start time. So it's like a little bit like my body is just kind of, you know, make it work. Yeah. Nerd.
Look, people I know and love are skating, so I'm going to record if I can, stream if I can.
I have had too much caffeine and not enough water today.
Well, here, do you need to counterbalance it with some alcohol?
Fuck no. Dude, if I had one sip of that, yeah, seriously. You got some weed in my bag. Do it all. One sip of that alcohol is going to make me non-functional in 5 minutes. Also, I'm realizing that I need to get a new mouth guard because this one is getting holes in it.
Yeah, I can see.
Well, I mean, those...
You ready to skate in how many more?
You got this.
Artemis
Another 40?
Artemis was like, I just found out I'm skating in 2 bouts instead of 1. Like, oh yeah.
Artemis, you need help? I'll take one.
That's what I told him. I'm like, if you need, I brought all my gear and everything. I'll step in for you.
They can the Recycling Foundation and find out more info behind
I'll play
turn number
another
1.
April.
Also,
I'll probably be drafting some double headers.
That April 19th.
That may be the last double header that they ever got.
The raffle table $30.
Yeah.
3 minutes and just under 3.5 minutes left. We'll be back very shortly.
That's so cool. Yeah, it's in progress.
I love it.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I gotta go.
We're gonna put a letter right here that says I love you. Because this is my street. Okay. If I bring my water over here,
I've got 3 minutes.
2 minutes and 55 seconds actually.
When I said it, it was 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go first. So yeah, you have to have two people. So recorder and recorder.
So Salem wants to close down the library? Okay. Talk to me in 25-ish minutes.
Yeah, it's a load of shit. Salem doesn't want to close down the library. The city council wants to close down the library.
Well, vote the fucking city council out. No one gives a shit about them.
Fucking tried. We fucking tried, Beans.
I know.
But they promised lower taxes and people can't compute that means not getting
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
And only old fogies can vote for city council. So
Right, exactly.
it's fine.
No, it's not.
Because they don't work, because they work in progress. That's what.
What is it?
Like,
What is it?
I mean, the original agreement was that it would give law enforcement more opportunity essentially to know who they're targeting. And what it's been done is that it doesn't. It's based on the law that people who commit sex crimes are significantly more likely to commit another sex crime. And that's just not true. The recidivism rates in people who commit sex crimes are the same as people who commit any other also, lots of people who sort of feel
Yeah, we got just under 10 seconds left in halftime.
with these registries are not catching. Often what we are catching is people who are people who were using it themselves.
And you know what that roll whistle means?
I know.
Well, it means they're about to get back in there again. Period 2 is coming up.
I'll give you the whole answer. Yeah.
And three left between our chambers.
But we've got to figure it out. We're thinking much more if you don't want
Nice dick.
Anderson's a corner. They want scoreless.
I block on that salt.
what I'm proposing is that
Finding that outside lane, picking up that chamber for team left.
the whole thing
him also out initial as Hannah gets some points that's knocked outside and falls off. 4 points going to Team Black. Score sets at 136 to 136 to 35 in favor of Team Black. One point differential. Team White. A little bit of taking a hit from Ursa, knocked outside, calls it on the ground. No points either team. High fives all around. Good sports.
High fives are great. Good spots are also okay. We got technical for Team Vince. Quick official timeout.
Do you want to learn to skate and join this exciting sport? The next recruitment for adults will be announced soon. Check out our website for more info, especially early post.com.
And actually, let's get started now.
We got Nichols against Black. Chief mentions
Along with Lane.
90 degrees off the track. 90 degrees off the track. You were caught on an illegal exit. Okay. Sorry. What? You just didn't, you got too far this way. Okay.
number 1 and got the Team White camera with a tripod of black jerseys allowing Becky to slide through.
Yeah, that black team is going to start with standing that they do have less than 10 seconds left. On the line.
Ice hits so hard.
And Charity Black.
Ursa coming into the box.
Hannah picks up 4 points.
I could.
White helps with us.
Ice skates like they plays like they skate Murda. There's a lot more like upper body harder hits that come in Murda as a general rule, just because of the way the bodies are shaped.
Yeah.
Got an OTO. One of the
you to take the inside track.
Violet Nightmare, both jammers out.
Can I get a point? Can I get a point? No. No, that was the wrong time to call it. That was the wrong time to call. The opposing jammer got through, got 4 points, and you're still stuck behind. At that point, you fight to get a point or two before the other jammer gets around again. Strategically. They will be, but...
Electric Mayhem and Cheeky Bench on the line. Electric Mayhem knocked outside forces to recycle back.
Nice.
On the line. Cheeky Bench up the friendly pack going to beat, and Cheeky Bench is lead jammer Team Black. Meanwhile, Pack is moving from the front straight away into turn number 1. Curtis hits the blue back box. On a winning position. Bench, 3 for 4 more. 3 for 4. Mayhem 2 to beat. That's a 2-all that's holding tight.
No, you're still good. You don't need to bridge yet. You don't need to bridge yet.
And Electric Mayhem is through on initial as Cheeky Bench is fighting in trouble with a wall of light in front of the back.
So they could call a timeout. You cannot switch who's on the track mid-jam. That doesn't stop the clock at all. The jammer takes off the helmet cover and hands it to the pivot. And that's all part of, that's all part of gameplay. It has to be actually handed off. It has to be handed off. It can't be thrown or anything. So they both have to have a hold of it, and then one of them lets, and then one lets go. The previous jammer lets go.
And that is Wrench headed to the penalty box on a low block. ISO coming back through. Breaking through a wall of black. Finding that inside lane, getting 4 points to the line.
I think Ice gets MVP for these. I think you actually should get caught on the cut there.
Ice hole. Breaks through again. 4 more points to Team White.
Nice.
4 more points. And on to kill for suicide by 250 Jammer line. Back on the points.
Ice is closing that lead. Closing the gap. Start stashing. Way to make them call!
24 points for Team White on that jam. That's a high water mark for Team White.
Way to stop the bleeding. Apparently.
Right now up to 63 points. Just under 20 minutes left in the jam. Violet Nightmare against Stacey Diggs.
Play inside, here's what you do. Yes.
And Stacey Diggs is
Keep the line.
Jammer
Just
Team
keep
Black.
it straight on right by the line. Not use it.
Stacey Dukes trying to find that inside lane, and Black.
Nice move. Oof.
Silent Nightmare.
So strong.
One to beat the
Black
knocked
core is
outside.
so strong. Beautiful skate skill.
As Daisy Dukes
I'm gonna give them most valuable player all around. Yeah. Well, they're the one who ended up with like a 20+ point jam at the end of last half. Yeah. They are incredibly agile and very strong. I'm enjoying watching them skate a lot.
No, it's not a timeout. Thank you for the clarification.
5 seconds. Inside, inside, inside. Good block, good block. Up in. Low block 473.
Back up.
Okay, nope, not getting caught on the low block.
The top against a tripod of white. A wall of white. Meanwhile, out of chaos, dealing with a wall of their own at the back of the back. Out of chaos knocked outside. Drawn back.
Okay. I'm alright with that. Watch the end. Okay, nice rotation.
This jammer is finding an inch to get through. She then try to get some assistance from her image.
What happened there?
And she bench is through. Jammer to black.
They are
Gassed.
gassed. Black Jammer is gassed.
Turn number 2 and the back straightaway. Inching forward ever so slowly as she bench coming through with more points. Looking for points. Bench.
Nice.
Up against 2 now. 3. Almost not inside yet. Not quite. Knocked inside. Of course, from side over to back straight. Then just going to call that off. 4-point jam for Team Black.
Yeah.
Team Black is calling for a timeout. Timeout Team Black.
Yeah, you're taking off for the bout?
Yeah, I got to look at the picture of the dogs.
Just like after flying over, some beverage either from the adult beverage table
Beans that I talked
or
about.
the
That's all how
cherry
it
balls
is.
and stuff. Invited.
I mean, I came down with them, so I hope I'm
Yeah.
invited. No, you gotta wait in the car.
You guys.
But this will be a bit because there's 3 bouts today. Usually, outside of tournaments, you only have 2. 1 or 2.
And there's that rolling whistle we love so much. Next whistle starts the jam.
20 seconds for track repair. Get as much takedown as
And it's
possible.
ice against Daisy Dukes.
I'm so jealous. Y'all have rope put down. I haven't been able to skate on rope forever.
Whistle also out on extra
We got multiple jammer on jammer. Track repair.
Just a reminder, if you're in the front row, there is a very good chance you could end up with a standing lap. Nino against the Mayhem.
Ooh, nice hit White 5-0 Pickles.
Quickly into turn number 1. Up at the front of the pack, and through Jammer Team Black.
They are so strong. Like being able to hold as long as sounded like you and your dad had some fun conversations on the joys of our justice system and the
Yeah. Law school's been an interesting experience.
what's been on?
Law school's been an interesting experience. Learned some things about the way it all works.
Yeah, I did not know the recidivism rates that you mentioned there.
On the outside, it's quickly
Yeah,
No,
we treat
no.
this as a separate category of crimes.
No different recidivism stats than any other type of crime.
There's a maker turns out that inside lane.
There's an entire thing with our legal system that we have a hard time letting people who actually pay the social penalty for the crime have another chance.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Or give-
legally they're not considered punishment. They're
Yeah.
considered like this sort of social good. And it's like, well, it'd be a social good if they were. And also, of course, they're punishment. Like, it's a scarlet letter that leaves them for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
They can't access housing, they can't access education or work. And it's like, well, how is that not fair? But because it's not being labeled as punishment, it's sort of rewarding a lot of the
Well,
rights to defend themselves.
and no one's going, very few people are going to be like, are going to fight for the rights of sex offenders because we have the, won't somebody think of the children? We cannot risk our children with yeah.
The book inspired heavily from the feminist war on crime. It like chronicles the way that 20th century feminism created the best.
Oh, really?
As much as we've gained as women, like, you know, it's just, yeah. Like the way that we decided, like we wanted and the only thing that was
Yes.
not doing much
Yeah.
and then at the same time we left a lot of difference and like the biggest like predictor of whether you'll end up on a sex offender registry is whether you get that's what's really
So, trauma and abuse begets trauma and abuse?
for people, yeah, exactly. What's the kind of criminal that is wrong?
Yeah, I had my aunt who spent some time in a federal prison, and she got out, but like that exposure just with her going through that, like it gave me a viewpoint that I don't think a lot of people don't have like that direct connection, and I'm like, I've got a unique perspective that not a lot of I've seen the way that and that wasn't sex offender, but even just like what we do to
And we're going to roll this with
how hard it is to get a job, to get a career, to get anything outside of like a minimum wage entry level thing is near impossible.
Yeah, and it's like it's supposed to like they say the goal is rehabilitation. You're supposed to be a better person afterwards. And it's like how can you be a better person if you absolutely have
Yeah.
survivors?
Go to Team Track Repair.
I know we were signing up for volunteer roles.
It's
Nor can I know next time.
yeah.
Hey, then
The criminal justice system has a lot of issues.
Yeah, honestly, it's like this job. So I'm just going to put in that mayor letter for Team Track Repair.
Well, and until you really experience, like, it's so easy for it to be a problem that's not your problem until it is your problem. And then you're like, well, shit, I guess I'm falling through the cracks of society.
Here's that rolling missile.
Wrench and let the thing out.
Not that we don't need a justice system, but boy, the institution, the institutionalized incarceration does not help either, because we have a system that we have. That's a forearm on white 210. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. But like, if nothing else, you gotta incentive that encourages high incarceration rates, because it is financially profitable to have high incarceration rates.
So credit wins the star and also apology.
It is a legalized form of slavery, or at least indentured servitude.
Electric man out of the penalty box and through the floor as Coda comes into the penalty box.
It's like an illegal conduct.
Starting out, electric man.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that will happen
For second, four.
because you're out there putting a lot of energy onto the track.
Yeah, and it's like both endurance
You were where you needed to be, Beans. Good job. You closed off the inside.
Adding four more to the total.
Yes, they're not going to score 120 points in 8.5 minutes. So, this is not a sanctioned game. It doesn't count for rankings, is essentially what that means. But because these are mostly pickup games. But one interesting thing about the way that Roller Duty does their stats, they do a. Are you familiar with the? Why can't I think of the rating system? The same one that's used in chess. Shoot. I can't think of it. Anyways, it's a system designed to allow for indirect ranking, where you don't necessarily, where like Team A plays Team B, Team B plays Team C, and you can infer the ranking of A to C based upon the way A to B and B to C play out. ELO, that's what it is. But it's so you're given In chess, the way it works is you're given a score. You're given a rating. Like, I come in around an ELO of 900 on chess.com, which is not very good, but whatever. And I can go and play someone who's ranked 1200. And there's an expected spread. There's an expectation on who will win. It's the person who's ranked 1100. If they win, they might get 8 points added to their ranking. If I win, I get 15 points added to my ranking. So with Derby, they do something similar. They do it with a spread though. This team is expected to win by 100 points. So if you don't get that, if you don't win by that spread, you can still go down in the rankings because you did not win by as much as you were expected to win by. So you can go up in the rankings even with a loss, as long as you do better than the spread predicted.
I feel like you're being rewarded for progress.
13.0 black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a very brief power start.
I'm participating in a 50-50 raffle, but for the most part, you can bet on anything, but to the best of my knowledge, I'm unaware of gambling leagues within roller.
Violet may be well known when you're getting back onto the track.
Yeah, black. Not really. It is. There are a handful of people in the entire sport who are good enough to get sponsors to actually make it financially viable to do Derby as a full-time career. Well, and a lot of them are making money by running with. That is more where you might be able to make money. For the most part, no. Derby is a money sink, not a. You don't play Derby to make money. You're not going to have some recruiter come along and be like, hey, you want to join the big leagues of roller derby?
I just jumped in high school. I was kind of the same way. I was like, I sucked at it. I had fun with it. So,
that's what's important. Are you enjoying yourself?
yeah, but then I go to the tournament and I met a guy who was ranked 16th in the world or something for wheelchair or something. I'm like, oh, great. So here, it was some guy.
Yeah.
Not that many people.
But even so.
It's still impressive.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the Olympics was originally supposed to be. We're amateur athletes. You're good, but you're an amateur athlete. You're not there making money from it, doing it as a career.
Well, a lot of them don't make money. They don't think all of their time is
you make money through sponsorship. If you
it's sucks when they actually slow it down and play it and see who won this one.
Nice, Chi-Chi! Yeah, so lower level derby can actually be more fun to watch at times because it's going slow enough that it can be easier to follow. Also, high level derby tends to be just jammers pushing on the pack for a while because the defensive skaters are so strong. Doesn't happen often, but you can occasionally get a time where there's like an entire 2-minute jam where no leads established. Yep, 2-2-2 track cut. Because you put both hands out of bounds. You're considered out of bounds if you put both hands out of bounds. A technique that you can see sometimes is like the higher level jammers. What they'll do, you can have one hand out of bounds and still be considered in. So you'll see high level jammers practicing like going down on one hand, and they'll like catch themselves like this and hold themselves like this and push up and keep going. Nice hit. All right, they only need to make 145 points in 2 minutes.
We got this.
Well, actually, they could theoretically have they could have 3 minutes. Because you skate until 1 second on the clock, then call the jam, or no, I guess you'd only be able to have 2:30. And White has control. Yeah! Ah! Hips got in front there. Hips got in front. Call it. Timeout. Call the timeout. Ah! You're supposed to call the timeout with 1 second left on the clock so you can get one more jam. One more jam.
And if you're unaware, it's unofficial until we do that one whistle.
All right.
So the anecdote
I'd be hard pressed. Class 4 is going to get MDJ, I'm pretty sure. Most valuable shit.
Congratulations to Plus.
MDJ for White. Yeah, at the half you usually switch. The jam reps will also switch to make sure that there's like no favoritism going on. No favoritism, or if one rep happens to be a bit more experienced than the other, it's just switch at the half.
And remember, we have 2 more games today. It's a full game.
Oh yeah, gotta slap. Slap. sweaty hands. Oh, no, whoops, wrong way. Maybe? Okay, yeah, that's what I want. As I continue to just, whatever.
Should I knock over your live stream?
No, I knocked it over. No one's watching anyways. Essentially, this is so that I can record it. Yeah, for later. I can download the feed and like go and do a little bit of editing magic later if I have the motivation. I haven't had that motivation in a bit. But yeah, I'll go chop it up, upload, have it start, cut out the half and cut out and just end it when that bout goes over. Alright, so I'm predicting black
All right, let's get ready for our superlatives for game number 1. One moment, I'm getting some clarification.
Yeah, I think you're right. Ice
So we are getting team photos right there.
I don't know who most valuable to rock.
All right, and now MVPs for game number 1. Most valuable blocker on Team Black. It's Ursa Mayer. And for Team White, it's Chi-Chi.
She's part of the league that we up in.
Most valuable jammer, Team Black, Daisy Dukes. And for Team White, Chaos. And we got one more prize. It's our
Something like
team favorite. It's Nightmare. Congratulations.
sometimes it's even just, hey, we want to reward this.
Congratulations.
Yeah, if
And of course, stick around because
far and away
it's coming up shortly. My name is Nick, and I'll see you back in a few
down
minutes.
or something, you might not give it to that person just because, yeah, of course they're going to be out there skating laps. They are significantly more skilled than the bulk of those others. I really am surprised that Ashford did not get it. They were a joy to watch. I really liked them. It's not for everyone. And I'm a lot more interested in the sport being part of the community.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I very much think that it's not for everyone. My dad was a big football, basketball fan. Like, my dad was into sports, and I was always like, it's your thing. I'll go occasionally with you to something, but I didn't really get into. I didn't really once until I found her.
This shirt's too tight. I should have gone up a couple shoulders. But up front, whatever.
You gonna have it after practice?
No, I was just doing a full dance.
Okay, so now we'll start to pray, which will make it look even more fun.
Exactly.
Plus dropping the baby. I mean, not dropping the baby. By that I mean if someone actually knows how to sew, which I don't, 20 seconds to put a hem on.
The skirt does not reflect how evenly matched.
That is the goal.
It felt more evenly matched.
We're finally
So
feeling
that's what hitting you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody wants
Having control of the jam.
Yeah. It's very fundamental. We're talking about number 4.
Black green hair, tall, but they're the one who had a 20-point jam at the end of period 1.
Got it.
20 plus point jam.
I have been working on my jumping thing, but I still don't have enough
Do not give that baby to me. I will take the pivot in emergency.
No, you don't. Come on. One a period. That's what you go for. You say, I'll take this
I will
once
take
a period.
the last jam of the game for shits and giggles, even if it does not depend on me. If it depends on me, no thank you.
So like,
Yeah,
figuring out,
yeah,
doing
but now
like 9 hours.
I was thinking like, the next game, I
So, well, I mean, moderate, like, if they're we don't have to be
I'd say I'll stitch them together, but I've been really bad at finding time to do that.
Jersey side
So I'm not going to regulate anything like that.
So I can transition and I can hold the inside. Welcome to tripping.
And there was definitely one where it was
I brought the ice. I brought ice jumping the apex.
Try the soccer one? I have, they're like kind of in the middle, the white was,
Yeah.
they're kind of in the middle of the space.
Yeah.
And the jammer, like,
Yeah.
the jammer, you were moving it up, then they're like,
And it dramatically affects the hardness.
cut further outside.
So a lot of
They
people
got
like to go harder on
around,
the
but like,
heel and softer
you
on the
were in
toe.
that position and they and we're like, nope, you're not getting through here. And I mean, you're in one, they go to 3, that's not your responsibility.
No.
By and large, lanes are, you can kind of divide the track up into quadrants. From the furthest in is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you think lanes, if I say 1, furthest inward or furthest outward, 2, 3. So that's
Okay, I'm gonna push it and take this filter off.
enjoy.
Thanks. Yeah, absolutely.
Technical go and do that, and then you get from there.
Yeah.